Valentine's Day is supposed to be romantic. At least, that's what I kept telling myself as I walked up to my apartment, my arms full of pink envelopes and a single red rose tucked beneath my elbow. But something felt off. I hadn't given anyone my address. And yet, the first card had arrived last week. A simple pink envelope slipped under my door. No return address, just my name in neat cursive handwriting. Inside, a note. "You're even more beautiful when you don't know I'm watching." I'd laughed it off at first, assuming it was some kind of prank, maybe a coworker trying to be funny. But then came the second note and the third, each one becoming more personal, more unsettling. Tonight, I found the latest card waiting for me, sitting neatly on my doorstep. The handwriting was the same. My hands shook as I opened it. "I see you. Right now. That dress looks perfect on you." My heart pounded. I glanced down at myself. Yes, I was wearing a dress, the same one I'd chosen this morning. I hadn't even posted a picture online. How did they know? The hallway felt darker than usual, the air thick, suffocating. My fingers fumbled with my keys as I shoved open the door and locked it behind me. I needed to call someone. The police? A friend? My breathing was shaky as I grabbed my phone. A text message appeared. No name, just a number I didn't recognize. "Don't be scared. I love you." A loud thunk came from my bedroom. My body froze. My mind screamed at me to move, to run, but I couldn't. Slowly, I turned my head toward the hallway leading to my room. The door was slightly open. Had it been open when I left? Another thunk. And then a whisper. "Happy Valentine's Day, my love." I bolted. There was no time to think. I grabbed the nearest heavy object, a lamp, and moved toward the bedroom, my pulse pounding in my ears. With one swift motion, I flung the door open. A man stood in the darkness, his silhouette barely visible in the dim light. He held a knife, the blade glinting under the faint glow of my bedside lamp. He lunged. I swung the lamp with every bit of strength I had. It shattered against his head, sending him stumbling backward. He groaned but didn't fall. I sprinted past him, my feet barely touching the ground, and ran out of my apartment screaming for help. The hallway was empty. My neighbors' doors remained closed. Desperation tightened my throat as I fumbled to unlock the stairwell door. Footsteps behind me. Faster. Closer. I hurled myself down the stairs, taking them two at a time. My lungs burned, but I couldn't stop. I reached the lobby and burst through the front doors, into the cold night air. A pair of headlights. A car, pulling up. The driver's side door swung open, and I nearly collapsed with relief. It was my friend Mark. He had been on his way over after I texted him earlier about the notes. He saw the panic on my face, the way I trembled, and didn't hesitate. The man chasing me stopped at the entrance of the building, his knife still in hand. But the sight of another person, Mark's furious glare and his phone held up, recording, made him pause. Police sirens blared in the distance. Someone must have heard my screams and called them. The stalker turned and ran, but it was too late. The police arrived within moments, tackling him to the ground before he could escape. I spent hours at the station, recounting every detail, handing over the notes and messages. The man had been following me for months. He had broken into my apartment weeks ago and installed hidden cameras. The police found them tucked in vents, behind picture frames. Watching me. Always watching. He had been waiting for the perfect moment. Valentine's Day. The thought made me sick, but he was caught, locked away, and I was alive. In the weeks that followed, I moved to a new apartment, changed my phone number, and even adjusted my routine. Mark stayed close, helping me feel safe again. Valentine's Day would never feel romantic again, but I survived.